Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe before you leave. Today I'm going to finally do my June wrap. I didn't read that much. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things and I didn't after one. So let's get into it. The first book that I read in June is Scarlet. Scarlet is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and I read Cinder probably last year. I can't remember, but I didn't know if I was going to continue on with the series because I wasn't a huge fan of Cinder, but Scarlet was better. It was better. It wasn't still my favorite, but it was good enough that I do actually want to continue on with the series now. So let me tell you what Cinder is about. A forbidden romance, a deadly plague. Earth's fate hinges on one girl, Cinder, a gifted mechanic in New Beijing, is also a cyborg. She's reviled by her stepmother and blamed for her stepsister's sudden illness. But when her life becomes entwined with the handsome Prince Kai's, she finds herself at the center of a violent struggle between the desires of an evil queen and a dangerous temptation. Cinder is caught between duty and freedom, loyalty and betrayal. Now she must uncover secrets about her mysterious past in order to protect Earth's future. I gave Scarlet a 3.5 star. It was 454 pages. The second book that I read in June was Dead Until Dark. You already know I read that before. It's a reread. It's Sookie Stackhouse book number 1. And you guys know I love the Sookie Stackhouse books. That was the pick for June for my book club. I will have it linked below. I thought the beginning was slower than the first time I read it. My rating was still 4 stars, and it was 260 pages. I'm going to tell you what it's about for like the millionth time. Sookie Stackhouse is just a small town cocktail waitress in small town Louisiana until the vampire of her dreams walks into her life and one of her co-workers checks out. Maybe having a vampire for a boyfriend isn't such a bright idea. The third book that I read was The Time Traveler's Wife. I am going to rave about this book because it has become one of my favorite books. I have no complaints. No complaints at all. I did read it after the movie, and the movie, I like the movie, and I used to love the movie, but I like it now, and I love the book, and the movie doesn't even compare to the book. Like, there's no, I can't express how good this book is. Like, I literally have no complaints. And you guys know that I like to complain about the littlest things in books. But there is no complaints in this one. Everything was entertaining. The whole book. Everything. Everything. It was great. It was great. Let me tell you what it's about. Claire, a beautiful art student, and Henry, an adventurous librarian who have known each other since Claire was 6 and Henry was 36, and were married when Claire was 23 and Henry 31. Impossible but true, because Henry is one of the first people diagnosed with chronodisplacement disorder. Periodically, his gene cloak resets and he finds himself misplaced in time, pulled to moments of emotional gravity in his life, past and future. His disappearances are spontaneous, his experiences unpredictable, harrowing, and amusing. Claire and Henry, they have been meeting each other like all their lives. they end up married. Henry is a time traveler. It shows how it would be real life. So you guys know I'm all about the realisticness in books. So I love that. It also shows like human emotion and everything. Like you see Henry when he's young and he's not all this and that, and then he kind of gets himself together, but there's always still those life obstacles and stuff. And Claire's along with the ride, and she has this and that going on with her, and it's a lot, and it's so good, and yes, I recommend that book to everyone. It was fantastic. Fantastic. I gave it a 5-star. No surprise there. And it was 528 pages. It is kind of thick, but it's worth it. So the book that I DNF'd was for the Marauders book club. I have it linked below. I always have it linked below because I really love that book club, but I did not like this book. I'm sorry, LeeNichole. I'm sorry, Sydney, and I'm sorry, Brittany. I tried to like this book. I really did. I read over half of it, and it was a struggle for me to do that. I really was not interested in the story at all. And it turtles all the way down. I know this has been like a popular book. I didn't want to read it before because it doesn't sound like my type of book. But actually reading it, it was like so much worse than I thought it would be. I just could not connect with it. And I know it's like about mental health, and that's great. And I love that it's, getting the word out and everything. I don't know. It wasn't the mental health part that I didn't connect with. It was the character development. It wasn't realistic. It wasn't realistic enough for me. I even had one of my good friends tell me that it's like one of their favorite books and that they were glad that I was reading it. And I was just like, yeah, I'm reading it. And I'm like, oh, I want to read it because, everybody's favorite book. And I just couldn't. I just couldn't. That being said, not my cup of tea. The next book that I read in June is Death Note Volume 1. And I read Death Note Volume 2 right after that. And I really liked them. I gave them both 4 stars. Volume 1 was 195 pages, and Volume 2 was 197 pages. I liked them both equally. I am loving that series. I understand why it's so popular. It was good. I gave it a 4-star. Let me tell you what the first volume is about. So it's about Light, and he is like the perfect student. He has like straight A's, top of his class. One day he's like really bored. He finds this notebook. The notebook happens to be dropped by a death god, and he dropped it, and Light finds it, and it's the death note. If you write a human's name in the death note, they die. At first, Light doesn't believe that it's real, and he writes a criminal's name down, and they die, and then he kinda goes crazy and tells himself that killing criminals will make a better world. So he starts killing people left and right with the death note. And the death god, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is there with light the whole time, and he's along for the ride. He's like studying lights, and they just become this like duo of what's gonna happen next. That was my June wrap up. Really short. Like I said, I didn't read that much. I hope that you like it anyway. I know it's not that exciting. I know it's a short video, but I hope that you like it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe again if you haven't. Leave me some comments. I actually do like talking to you guys. Don't hesitate to join my book club. We accept everyone, and right now we have the book poll up for August. So if you join now, then you will get to vote on that book. And we are reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone this month. So yeah, exciting stuff. Think positive thoughts always.